Tara's here. Girl, I haven't seen you in forever. Did I enjoy my Hawaii trip? I did. Hawaii was literally amazing. Oh my goodness. So amazing. I want to go back already, but the Keys is fun too. I love the Keys. Hold on a minute. And I have a special guest for y'all. Never done this on Instagram before. Do more Instagram lives. Renji's in the building. I will. What's up?
What up? How's it going? How are the Keys?
Oh my goodness, it's so good. I am so sunburned though. Like so uncomfortable no matter how I sit or like lay. It's so uncomfortable.
Wait, did you not put sunscreen and stuff on?
No, I didn't try to get as tan as possible, so I feel like something blocks me from getting.
It blocks the UV rays is what it does.
Exactly. But I just don't, like, I would rather get burnt and have it turn into a tan than feel like, you know?
Yeah. Does it peel? Does it, like, itch and all that?
No, it just kind of burns to touch. I usually don't. Only in the Keys, like, last year we peeled, like, all the girls, our whole backs were just peeling really gross.
Dang. Yeah, I was literally, we were on a boat here in Austin. Actually, I sent you all the video and stuff. Literally the next, or 2 days later, I started peeling. I was like, I didn't know brown people could peel. And I was peeling as well.
Yeah. It's bad, but.
Yeah. Well, how was, I know that I didn't get to ask you, I asked everyone else. So someone asked, how is Hawaii and stuff? Tell me about Hawaii and tell me about the Keys. Wait, first off, did you guys go to Hawaii for a specific reason or just like, you know, take a group vacation and things like that? What was the point of that?
So the reason why I went to Hawaii was my mom. So we never really traveled with my mom, and my mom booked this trip. We had it actually before COVID, and then it got canceled because of COVID. So after, like, once everything cleared up and the resort opened back up, my mom was like, if Noah and Kobe and Emmy want to come, like, feel free. So we just vacation with my mom, which is like, I'm always with like the Schnacky, so it was like fun to have like my mom there, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there's no humidity. Like here in the Keys, it's just so hot and like.
Oh wow. Hawaii is not humid?
No, I mean.
Wow.
It doesn't like go below like above like 90 or something, so it's always like perfect and a little breeze. Like there's no really breeze in Florida, so it's like it's nice. It's relaxing.
Yeah. Wait, how are the bugs? Were the bugs crazy in Hawaii or no?
No bugs. The bugs.
No bugs.
Terrible. Like all of us are all like there's like little like gnats and they're just getting to us. But in Hawaii, there's literally no bugs. I don't remember any bugs at all. Like.
Dang.
Crazy.
Yeah, Colby was showing me his bite marks that he got on his arm
from
like
like itching my foot. The foot's the worst spot.
Dang. Wait, so how far away is the Keys from where you guys live?
It's like it's like 5 hours.
5 hours. Oh, so I assume you guys drove there, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Well, have you been there before?
What?
You been there before?
Yeah. So this is our 3rd annual trip to the Keys. So.
Wow.
Years.
Yeah. What do you guys like about it? It's just like a chill spot to lay on the beach.
Yeah, the boys like to lobster.
Oh.
And I put up, like, it's okay. I like watching the boys lobster, but I don't think the boys understand that. They just want us to, like, be in the water with them. Like, I'll watch you. Like, I'll help you, like, put the lobster on the boat, and I'll just watch. You know what I mean? I'll cook the lobster. But, yeah. So we came here for, like, lobster season because the boys really like to do it. But I think it was kind of, like, a fail because we haven't found, like, any. We caught one. They're all, like,
Wait, so are they, like, jumping in the water and grabbing them? Like, what does lobstering mean?
So, like, they, like, hide in holes on the bottom of the ocean, and it's, like, 3 feet of water. They, like, go under, and, like, you'll see their antennas, and then, like, you put a tickle stick, like, and you tickle their, like, the back of them, and then they, like, go into, like, they'll back up into the net, because they're very, very fast.
Oh, wow.
Hard to catch, but I think the boys make it into, like, a challenge.
Yeah. Wait, so who else is there? So Colby, Noah, and who else?
My friend Michaela.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I didn't realize. When you said the boys, I don't know if, like, Austin or Malika or others were there, too, or not.
Oh, no. The house is, like, and then Jody, Noah's aunt and uncle are here, too, so.
Oh, cool. I don't think I've met them, have I?
I don't think so. They live on the lake. We might have waved to them one time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so you were saying that Hawaii, you got to have a special time with your mom and all of that with Noah and all the other people. Like, I assume that means you're obviously very close with your mom and like you really spend a lot of time with your mom.
Yeah, I do. So she's actually in Massachusetts.
Oh,
So,
I didn't realize that.
yeah. So she still lives there. I'm trying to convince her to come to Florida, like so bad.
Like
Florida,
move
but
there?
yeah,
Wow.
she's my best. I love my mom so much. So like I always try to go back and forth, but I'm just ready for her to live here for good.
So what keeps her in Massachusetts?
So my brother is there, but also just like that up. So I think she just has like, an attachment to like just staying there and like I don't know. And it's a lot. Moving's a lot. So she's like hesitant, but I'm trying to get her. You know?
Yeah. A bunch of people are asking who's Renji, who's Renji. By the way, I totally forgot to introduce myself.
I probably confused. Here, why don't you introduce yourself and tell?
Yeah. And by the way, like, sorry, I've been flying to Florida every couple of months or every month, and so K-Cup and everyone else, we all hang and all that. So, yeah, but just introduce myself. My name is Renji. I am the CEO of a company called Immersed. I'm the founder of this company called Immersed. We are partnered with Meta, Facebook, Microsoft, ByteDance, which is TikTok, and others to build virtual reality offices, really building a metaverse with them, right? Something where people spend a lot of time in VR. And so we're actually working with the Shenakis to try to figure out a way to get all of you guys to be able to hang out, no matter where you live on Earth, be able to hang out with them in VR together. So anyways, I've been flying to Florida probably once a month, if not more than that. And it's been awesome. It's been a blast hanging out with the Shenakis. And so I've just been kind of hopping around, having different live streams with each of the Shenakis and just kind of hearing more about their story and all of that. Obviously, that's why I'm asking K-Cup a million questions. But I do want to ask, so were you born in Massachusetts? Is that where you're from?
No. So actually, yeah, no, I feel like we haven't like actually like gotten to like truly talk for them to watch the story unfold here. And y'all make sure to go follow Renji so you guys can see more behind the scenes of what he's doing, but also how we're interconnected with him too, because there's so many like different things going on. And like even on his TikTok platform too, like you'll see behind the scenes of what we're doing there too. So on all platforms. But basically, so a little about me was I lived in New York. I was born in like,
where?
In what?
Where?
In New York.
Where in New York? I was born in New York too, by the way.
Oh, you?
Yeah,
so
Queens.
I was born in Monroe, which is like, I don't know, familiar, but if you know like where Woodbury Commons is, it's like an hour.
Is that more in upstate New York?
Yeah, it's like not really that upstate, but it's more upstate, you know? Okay. So I was born there, and my dad was a firefighter in New York City. He was with Rescue One in the city. And when I was 3.5 on September 11th, we lost him. He went into buildings, and then he never they actually never found him, but he was one of the first responders in 9/11.
Wow.
So then we lived there for like 2 more years, but my mom really couldn't like take being in New York just because everything that was going on. So she decided to move to like where she was born and like raised in Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. And so that's why so yeah, we moved to Massachusetts, but we still have our house in New York, so we'll go back and forth and visit with my family because all my family's still in New York. So
I see. Wait, is it your dad's side who's in New York or both sides?
Kind of both sides, but mostly my dad's.
Gotcha. And does your mom have any of her what are her connections in Massachusetts? I know you say she grew up there, but does she have other like family childhood friends or?
No. So that's like the craziest thing is like we moved there, but we didn't have like really anyone there, but we stayed there. So we would travel to New York a lot of the time to go see our family. But that was like one of the biggest things that I was missing was like family. And I would I always wanted to be like a part of like a bigger family, like of course with my mom too, but like I never had that. So that's why it's like so special to me and like such a big thing for me to be a part of the Shenaki fam because like they say my big family now. Like it's everything I ever wanted. And like now I have. Crazy to see like how God works in that and like he provides. That was such a need and like a want in my heart and like now I like always wanted a father figure and like now I have like Lance, which is crazy. Like everything just like came together.
Wow. Wait, so how did you get connected to the Shenaki? Were you already in Florida or did you move there after?
No, so I was very, very, very attached to my mom, and so I feel like I needed to like be independent, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do for college. I was in community college, but like I had no reason. So I was like, you know what? I kind of wanted to do hospitality. I fell in love with my hospitality class. So I was like, I'm gonna move to Disney and work
Oh
for
wow.
Disney. Thought like Disney to me was like my second home. My mom always just brought us on vacations there. So I was like, I feel like that's the one place I could move to and feel like as much to my mom, like as close to my mom with not being with my mom. So I
Yeah.
moved to Disney, worked there. I was a lifeguard in the beginning, hated it. I did not like lifeguarding at all. And then I ended up working at Bippity Boppity Boutique in Magic Kingdom. So I do like little girls' hair and makeup. And I did that.
Oh
And
cool.
then I moved home. It's like a whole big mess. But basically, I another father figure to me was this guy at a coffee shop, my favorite coffee shop in the world, and he actually knew the Schnackies. He knew Noah, and one night he like had a dream to like introduce me because he knew a craving in my heart was to go to like into a community like a church community, but I didn't know where to start on
Mm.
my own. So he had a dream that me and Noah met random, like so. He woke up. He was like, "Oh my gosh, they both like ice caramel. I need to introduce them." He like had this whole scheme of me to go to Daywalkers, which is Noah's church, and I went and like I met Noah, and then everything kind of just started like falling into place. We became like
Wow.
introduced to the family. They brought me into social media, and then everything from there just like was
Yeah.
awesome.
Wait, so I guess how old were you when you came to the faith or started putting your faith in God? Like what age was that? When did that start?
I grew up Catholic. I
Okay.
went to Catholic school my whole life. Um, And honestly, I never had a relationship with God. I believed in him, I knew him, but in Catholic school, it's a lot. It felt like a chore to me. You have to go
Mm-hmm.
to school, church every Friday, like pray the rosary, all that. So
Mm-hmm.
I always knew him, and I knew that my dad was in heaven, but I didn't have anything like deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
So then I actually grew like my babysitters growing up were all from a Christian college because I lived right next to a Christian college, and so I kind of got introduced and like had that like desire in my heart, but didn't really act upon it until I think until the guy at the coffee shop started introducing me and like he bought me a Bible and just started kind of like taking me in because he said he like felt like he was hearing from my dad to like protect me and like provide that for me, and he started introducing me. And then once I started going to jaywalkers and like I remember the first one, I like just had chills down my body. I was like, I really feel the presence of him here, and like all my anxiety like was gone. I had so much anxiety from losing my
Wow.
dad and just like towards my mom and stuff, and I just felt it like lift off of me, and it was
Mm.
crazy, crazy, crazy. And so I'm newer to the faith. I think I was 21.
Wow.
So yeah, so I'm still learning. I'm still like learning a lot, but I love it. And
Yeah.
like it's
That's so awesome.
community and immersed and everything that's like teaching me, you know?
Yeah, that's so awesome. Wow, praise the Lord. That's so crazy how recent that is. That's so crazy. Wow.
Yeah, super recent.
Wow. Wait, so when you met Noah, how long were you guys friends for before he decided to ask you out?
So so it was like a year and 2 months. Like towards the end of like the year, we started becoming closer, and we're like, okay, I think like we like each other, but it's still like who knows, you know? And then we were like, we don't want to ruin the friendship. Plus, like with the family and everything. And then we were like, okay, wait, this is.
Yeah.
And then we
Did you
started.
so what did you start social media? When did social media come into the picture? When was that part of your story as well?
So that was probably 4 months into me just like hanging out with them. I was there like every day. I was kind of in the background of their videos. Like
Oh,
if
okay.
Noah was prank calling someone, I usually would be the one that they were calling. And then like I suddenly started like being in the background of like little like videos here and there. And then I guess Lance and Noah were like, okay, I think like let's like just see how it goes. And they asked me, and I was really unsure because I don't know, social media in the beginning I was like really nervous to do it, and then I was like, you know what, I feel like this is where God's calling me, let's just go all in. And then here we
Wow.
are, have you, and like it's just crazy how like everything is working together.
Wow, that's crazy. Are you also somewhat plugged in with some of the stuff that Allie's working on? I know she had mentioned, is it Chosen and Free is what it's called, I
Yeah,
think.
chosen and free,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Are you?
kind of, I've helped out like a little bit like with a few things, but she's just like full on like taking it on, which is like amazing. And she has a night coming up on I think Friday, which I'm gonna be serving at, which is gonna be a lot of fun. But I think I'm gonna be on her podcast soon too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. Wait, so I guess what has obviously social media is a whole other world, right? Like your story thus far had nothing to do with like having to have a big platform and kind of speak into the world and all of that. How has that kind of changed what you feel like God's calling on your life is? Like obviously He's given you a huge platform, right? Well, what does that look like?
So I feel like right now I'm in my like building stage, but also like there's a few things. So bringing awareness to like a godly relationship was really important to me, because I've been in relationships in my past that I feel like I didn't really like want to be in, or it was just like very weird. I don't know. It's like hard to explain, but like being in a relationship that like is focused around God is so important. And when you don't have God, it just like there's just like broken ends everywhere. And so bringing that to a platform and like showing that like you can have this loving relationship and not like take it so far. And you know, just incorporating the little things within our relationship. But also like my big thing is, I talked about my anxiety a little bit, but it's something that like controlled me for so long, like so long. And I had like little moments of it, but it really did control me. And so one thing, since I lost my dad to a terrorist attack and like that, I really want to one day start a non-for-profit for little kids who go through like traumatic experiences and bring God to them, because I feel like that's something I had that when I was younger and not just was thrown into Catholic school. Not that it was thrown in, but you know what I mean. That I would have had to deal with all that anxiety and social anxiety, and like I would be able to sleep over my friends' houses when I was younger and do those things that all these little kids were doing that I didn't do, because I was so attached to my mom and just had all this like anxiety all the time.
I guess growing up, because you had lost your dad, do you feel like you wanted to be really close to, like almost like exacerbated or amplified how much you wanted to be with your mom because you just felt like you didn't know how much time you had with her? Was that part of it, the anxiety?
Yeah, exactly that. She was like, she dropped everything. She dropped everything for me and my brother and just poured into us. So I was always just so afraid, and like I still would get those thoughts. I was literally just talking about it with Noah on the boat. That's why I want her to move there, so like I have her, you know. But that is, yeah, for sure.
How old is your brother? Like, why can't they both like move to Florida?
So my brother is 20, and they can. I just think she's just like, it just makes, I don't even know what it is, and she's heat. I can't do the heat. I love seasons. I love seasons in New England too, so I get that. But I'm like, Mom, it's just time to just be here with me, you know?
Yeah. Has she visited much at all in Florida?
Yeah, she'll visit like in the winters and in the fall when it's not as hot as the summers are here.
Yeah. Well, would she stay for a long period of time?
Like 2 weeks, but I'm like, in the fall, I'm getting you down here because we have two like big dogs too. So she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm like, I'll keep them in my apartment so you can be here. Like, there's no more excuses.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. My parents, they live like 4 hours north of me. So I'm in Austin, Texas. They are in Dallas. And before that, though, like they lived in Atlanta and I lived in Chicago. So like I lived in different places. And ultimately moving here to Austin was a good driving point for them to just get out of Atlanta and be a little bit closer. So it is nice that we're not necessarily, I know I kind of get the whole idea of you saying, you know, I've been kind of really clinging to my parents. I kind of need to kind of branch off of that. So that was kind of like me leaving Atlanta and moving to Chicago. But likewise with you, it sounds like obviously you want that, someone said Dallas in the house. It looks like you ultimately wanting to build those relationships again, just like have that closeness because you feel like you've developed as an individual, as an adult. And now it's like, you can kind of just be in a much, I guess, stronger relationship with your parents as like kind of like a peer almost now at this point, right? Like how is it, do you feel like figuring out what your career and calling has looked like has really helped you and your mom's relationship evolve?
Oh, for sure. I feel like it's giving me more flexibility. Like when I even worked at Disney, it was really hard to like even just go back home because I was like so stuck on the schedule. But now doing social media, I can go home and have like those meaningful moments and like even capture them if I so cool to have like to be able to do that and to be able to go home and like have her or fly her to me, which I was never able to do, like surprise her with tickets to come visit me. Like it's just like exciting how much more like I can do. And like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, what has Noah's relationship with her been like? It seems like it'd be fun.
no, it's fun. I like sometimes I'll catch him like texting. I'm like, what are you texting about? But it's a lot of like why that was like he's been like a few times and like we went to New York for September 11th, so he's like been able to interact with her a little bit. But I feel like it's just gonna be so much better. Like she loves to bake. Her favorite thing is to bake. So I'm like, Mom, you can come here and bake for everyone and they'll eat it. I think that she was just like my brother didn't eat as much, so she always would make all these desserts and we weren't able to finish. I'm like, these everyone's gonna want your dessert.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. Yeah, I'm glad you're able to fly her down there a lot because it just seems like that's a really fun family. Like the more I've connected with the Shenanigans in general, the more I've grown in love for you guys. Like it's been really cool to see how you guys are really have like been able to build just an awesome, loving ecosystem. And so, I mean, I don't see why your mom wouldn't want to move there. So
Right. But we love you. Like seriously,
yeah,
like it's so cool having you come and visit and doing like our boat days and stuff. I know I was not there when you were here the last time because I was actually back home and I hadn't seen her since Hawaii. I was like, I just need to go home and visit my so. But we're so thankful for you guys. Make sure you go follow him. Seriously, like he is an amazing person. We are doing such big things. This is only the beginning, which is the craziest part. Like we are only in the beginning, and like just to see what's going to come is so exciting.
yeah, yeah. We're super excited to share with you guys. Like, if we're able to, I was talking about with Colby literally just like 20 minutes ago, telling him like, so we're trying to plan almost like a movie night in VR with a bunch of these followers as well, people who are watching these live streams. So like that's what Immersed allows, for example. Like today, that you could do that where we're all in VR together, we're watching a movie together, and we have a bunch of people. We're all just hanging out together. So we're gonna try to plan for something for next month. That's gonna be like really really fun. So I'm gonna see if we can get.
Comment down below if you guys would come. Like that's so cool. The amount of
Yeah.
things that we interact is just crazy. It blows my mind. It's so hard to wrap my like mind around it that we're gonna be able to like what?
Yeah, it was funny because on Colby's when we were going live, so if you own a VR headset, have access to VR headset, or are going to get a VR headset, put a smiley face in the comment here. It was funny because on Colby's, it was just a bunch of smiley faces. I was like, all right, cool. We might have like 100 people in there. That'll be super fun. So especially when the new headsets come out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Is there like a certain headset if they want to go buy one? Which one should we buy?
I would say the Oculus Quest headset. It's the one that's available today. There will be a couple more that's coming out later this year, probably like closer to Thanksgiving, Christmas timeframe. So you could also wait till then, but we will try more of an experimental, fun version of like a movie night probably next month. So I'm really excited for that. We'll probably a bunch of us will get VR headsets and we'll all kind of be in the space together. We'll watch. We'll all pick a movie, but it'll be really fun. I'm really excited for that. Like all these smiley faces. Look at that in the comments.
So many.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited. But dude, K-Cup, thanks so much for taking the time to talk and chill. This has been super fun. I'll be there in a couple of weeks, so I'm really excited to just come hang again. So thanks so much for hosting me. This will be super fun to do a movie night.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think we're going to do another live next time. So we're going to get to know Renji more, which is really exciting too. Make sure y'all go follow him. Seriously, like for real. This is such a big year for us. And Renji just as a part of the fan as we are. So y'all have to go follow him and go show him love.
Awesome. Thanks so much, K-Cup. We'll see you guys.